Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I was over there watching Zoe and was like, if you don't get off of here, they be doing some good singing and teaching. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not. As always, comment respectfully. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with a little shade and things every now and again, but you're going to be respectful in all ways. The ways to support and give is pinned on the screen, scrolling at the bottom, and of course, the Amazon birthday wish list is in the community post area. I hope everybody is doing well today. Um, I am doing good. I am sitting here looking at the snowfall. Uh-oh. And somebody just slide. Ooh. Okay, they got it. Oh my goodness. Detroit. That's why I'm in the house. Praise God. I am in the house. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Somebody say something. How you doing? I hope all is well. I hope all is well with you guys. So there's been a lot going on these days. I mean, my goodness. The YouTube streets been hot all weekend. And I said, hey, why not? I wanted to personally myself, me, Sean, um, say to you guys that I am okay. I am 100% okay. There is no need to worry about dying. Um, no one has shaken me. Nobody has moved me. Nobody is controlling me. I am far, so far from naive that um, I I can't even explain it. And I'm gonna keep saying this. I don't have nothing to do with it. That's just the truth. I have no dog in the fight at all. Um, what I can say is that I have a different level of respect for Bishop Jordan. Hey, Nicole. I just have a different level of respect for Bishop Jordan. And when you meet people and you're in people's presence, you can either lower your level or raise your level. And mine was raised. Um, how do I say this? We were not bought as lap dogs or guard dogs or PRs or like the narratives are ridiculous. The narratives are ridiculous. So yeah, I saw some comments yesterday. I'm fine. I promise you, I am fine. This don't have not nothing to do with me. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with me. And Bishop Jordan is a very smart man, very smart, very wise. Here's the thing: people think because he's a prophet, he's supposed to see everything. Like, do you know what would happen to him if he saw everything? Where would he go? How could he sleep? How could he eat? How could he minister? How could he travel? How could he pour into people? How can he mediate for people? How can he, like, how, if he's always seeing things? Let's be smart. Let's think about it. Let's make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. So the group is fine. And here's the thing, I don't know how we've been like put in this bubble, like we don't exist with everybody else, because we do. Like, we still, everybody is still their individual selves with their individual page, with their individual blogging, with their individual commenting, with their individual subscribers. So, like, we can stop with the narratives. And I'm gonna say this. I don't know, really know where this like beef thing is coming from. I don't have a problem with anybody because I don't even know how many times you got it. Dog, I'm say this because I don't agree with something that you said. Um, it's okay. It doesn't mean that there's a nothing. A lot of times I have to catch people's replays because I am putting together my own show. So it's not a I'm acting funny, or now there's some people I'm I'm definitely acting, well, I ain't gonna say acting funny, but I just got my third eye. But I'm not, like, I don't understand the beefing. I don't I it ain't beef, it ain't beef. Well, how? Please tell me how when that's all you talk about. So I'm gonna say this. Either ask or move on with your commentary. That's pretty much it. Stop the speculating, stop the just two things. Ask or continue on with your commentary. That's it. That's my take on what's been going on as of yesterday. Um Also, I can't speak for anyone else. I Everyone has their own path. Everybody has their own road. Everybody has their own thought process. Everybody went to New Orleans with different thoughts. Not one person went with the same thought process, idea. Not even Bishop Jordan, not even anybody in Zoe Ministries, because everything just flowed. So, how do I say this? Um, I can't speak for anybody else. All I can do is do what Sean is doing. That's what I'll say. I can't speak for St. James. I can't speak for Jives, and I can't speak for William. I can only speak for myself. And I am a long-term person. I don't I don't like nothing quick because quick don't stay. Quick don't last. I like longevity. I like investing. I like interest. So if it takes a year to get there, I would rather it take a year to get there and it continues for a lifetime versus give it to me right now and then in a year I'll be looking to try to find how to get something else going. I don't do that. And you learn that in being an entrepreneur. Nothing happens overnight, nothing happens over a year. Nothing really happens until maybe your third year. You don't start seeing profits and stuff like for real. So everything is a process. A relationship is a process. You don't just start dating somebody and like now you do have fast movers. I did at least 6 months. But no, for real. Like everything is a process. Everything is a process. Your shoes fit better after you wear them a couple times. Your coat fit better. Like everything is a process. Everything is not perfect the first time, nor the second time, nor the third time. So sometimes you just have to stay the course. And if that's really what you want to do, then that's what happens. And that's where I am. So that's that on that. Um, hit the like button if you have not. Tamar, 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 Tamar. And this is why I say these things. You have to be careful. And I like Tamar. Like Tamar is one of my is my favorite. Okay, Tamar is my favorite Braxton sister. Tony is my favorite Braxton singer. Does that make sense? Yeah. Tamar is my favorite Braxton sister. I think she's funny. The pop, pop, pop. I mean, she. I like Tamar. Um, do I like some of the stuff that she does? Absolutely not. But she didn't used to be like that. You know, the longer you stay in certain elements, the more you start to change. Some for the good, some for the bad. But hey, um, but I brought it up with Tamar because it kind of ties into what is going on um in the YouTube streets. There was a situation, Tamar went out, um, she came home, put up a post the next morning, she almost died. Okay, so now you come to social media with all of this long drawn out story when if you were by yourself, I would be like, well, who knows? But when there are other people around you and other people know the situation, other people know what happens, the best thing to do is just be quiet. That's the best thing to do. The best thing to do is just be quiet. Now that she went on ahead and made all of these like subliminal messages and all of these open dialogue. It led to believe that Funky Dineva had something to do with it. Now, I give it to Funky in the beginning. He didn't say anything. I don't know what happened to that lady. I don't know what happened to that lady. He didn't say anything. But then you keep going places and you keep lying and you keep making it look like he did something or it was his fault. What is he supposed to do? Sit there and be quiet? Is he supposed to just keep taking it? Like Funky said, there were other people there. There are cameras, there is footage, there is all of these things, but yet and still, you want to keep going around. Hey, hey, Inspire. You want to keep going around lying and talking about all of this happening, that happening, this happening, that happening, that didn't happen. And when she asked her, was there something with her and Mandeezy, Tamar gonna say, I don't really know him. Girl, I don't really know him. I mean, like we cool, but we ain't cool. We homies, but that's my you didn't gave too many. You gave too many. You could have just said you picked one of them. We ain't cool. That's my friend. Like, I don't know. You could have picked one of the things that you said, but when you keep going into and trying to convince people, that's when you start messing up. When you said, when Tamar said, I went to a friend's party, you should have left it right there. Your dig was when you said, I paid for a friend's birthday party. It's the playing of in faces that people are really tired. But when you lie on someone, they have the right to come back and rebut. They have the right to come back and clear them. I don't care if it's the Pope, the bishop, the president, the I don't care who it is. Well, not this one, not 47, but all the other ones. They have that right. Why is it okay to be a punching bag? And then when you don't say nothing, people say, well, why it couldn't have been me? Well, why you didn't say nothing? Well, why? Well, which one is it? It's kind of one of them. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Here, Funky Dineva is coming on every day, numbers through the roof, better than TGIF, doing this thing, going through personal health issues, going through family stuff, and you out here just blabbing off at the mouth. Why can he not say anything? Y'all out here blop, blop, blopping, pop, pop, popping your jaws and flapping your lips like bat wings, talking about Bishop Jordan. And the moment he comes and says anything to defend himself, his ministry, or his family, then it's a problem. And then when somebody like one of us say something in kind of defense, it's like, well, y'all been bought by these. Oh, today one of them days. Mm. But no, like seriously, you have to before you speak and start talking, you have to always know that there is somebody that was also there and somebody else knows, unless it was just you and that person. And still, in that case, it was somebody else there who knows the truth. No, yes. People have a right to defend themselves. Hey, Rhonda. People have a right to defend themselves. And defending yourself does not always look like violence. It doesn't always look like hurting. It doesn't always look like hatred. I can defend myself because if it happened to you, you're going to defend yourself. Everybody is not at the same level of healing, forgiveness, love, loyalty. Everybody is not at the same. Post was to give, huh? I not know what you say, Londa. Like seriously, you have to let a human have a human moment. Because you're saved and you're anointed and you that does not mean you don't have human moments. Jesus wept. No, I, I believe Jesus wept. If you're saying the ways to give is right up there. And the Zelle is scrolling. So let we talk about grace and giving grace, but when it's time to give grace, we don't. When we're supposed to give it, we don't. We'd like to see mess. When you talk about Bishop Jordan, X out the robocalls, ancient old history. If you say somebody has some ancient old history, talk about what he's doing today. Talk about what he's done in the last 365 days. And this ain't right, and this just being truthful. Talk about the shows that St. James has had in the last 3 months. Where is the positivity? You can have like where is it? Jives get up and pray and he has Bible study and he talks about the politics and y'all say stupid stuff like he praying. Who is he? He don't know politics. Why is he reading the scriptures? Like, and then when he come on and spaz, oh, why Jives do that? Oh, Jives, see, I knew, which one is it? If Bishop Jordan come on somebody's show, he asked for a seed and he prophesied. Oh, well, Bishop Jordan, he just y'all crazy. He just prophesying. He just prophesying. It's just about money. It's just about money. And then he come on the show, don't ask for no money, gives no prophecies, and then y'all go, wow. Mm, what's wrong with Bishop Jordan? He ain't raised no money. He ain't collect no offerings. He didn't give no prophecies. It's crazy to me how you talk about him doing this, and then he don't do it, and then you still talk about it. I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and I don't care who don't like it. Not one other person offered to take any content creators anywhere to do anything. I'm gonna say this again. No other person for free. I'm gonna put that in there. No other person has taken any other content creators to do anything with. Yeah, y'all, it's a few people that's offering, classes or whatever for how many ever dollars. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. How many people, what person for free has taken antibody anywhere and done anything like this? But instead of it being said, it's good that he took somebody, maybe it'll be another group and I can go on the next one, or it's at least somebody is taking time to try to show, regardless to whatever it was shown. He did it. Okay. And when it was offered before to do this, well, let's just say we see it didn't happen. So why do we always have to go negative? Why does it always have to be mess? There are positive things out there. I'm gonna not, because that's gonna take me a whole nother. Hey, Catherine, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hit the like button, hit the like button. If you have not, if you guys have not hit the like button, please do so. I'm a, nope, I'm not gonna do that. 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 Cause ooh, I saw you know all you talk about is Bishop Jordan now. That's all y'all talk about. The hell? Talking about it because y'all talking about it. Difference is I'm not talking about it in a negative way. I'm not trying to convince people to feel a certain way about a person because I feel that way about a person. And here's the thing, you don't really have a reason to feel this way about this person because you've had no personal experience. You've had no personal nothing. You were not there in any of the cases. You didn't like, why are you so invested? If there are victims anywhere that you feel need to be vindicated, talk about the victim. Do you know what was done to people or how people made up for what they've done in the past with that person? Have you called any of these people that you claim had been taken advantage of? Have you called any of them and said, hey, did you ever get your shoes back? Did you ever get your money back? Did you ever get your, and they can say, you know what, I got over and above what I had. You stick with the negative part of it. Okay, I slapped the dog crap out of somebody when I was 22. But since then, I've been a healthcare worker and I've been feeding people and clothing people and helping people and shopping for people and wiping people and bathing people and feeding I've been doing all of these other things since then. Are you going to hold me responsible for the person that I slapped the hell out of when I was 22? You're going to keep bringing that up? I'm still that person. Forget who I've helped thus far. We're going to stay right there. Well, I'm going to say this to you. If you want to be stuck there, you can stay there by yourself. Because until and if I see something different, I'm going to walk this yellow brick road with my dog. Okay? Call me what you wanna. They talked about Jesus. So I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. Don't care, pretty baby. Shoot. What? Y'all gotta be crazy. Y'all listen. And again, if you feel like something is wrong, or you feel like I should know this, or you feel like I should know that, check me. That's what people do that really care. You feel me? But I'm gonna okay, this is my last one, and I'm gonna get it. So of course we know that Bishop Patrick Wooden always has something to say. And he's always talking about Jamal Bryant. Always, 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 always. So that's not new. Him and his sidekick, Akko Wakawa, whatever, what's the man name? Akko, his son-in-law. Um, then he talked about Yolanda Adams. I thought that was the retardedest thing to say because you didn't give any scripture to back up really anything that you said. Um, and I think you have a problem with women in power anyway, so um, kind of let it go. But then he comes back again and talking about Jamal Bryant. And the conversation was about this man sitting with his leg crossed. When did that make you as a bishop with everything going on in this damn world, you chose, and I'm not being disrespectful, I'm not being demeaning, I'm not being no kinds of way. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. But I just have a question. What does sitting with your legs crossed have to do with being a man? I wait. When does sitting with your legs crossed determine your manhood? Now, I ask that because I grew up in Detroit, okay, with a lot of thugs, pimps, dope dealers, and most of the top men sat with their leg crossed. Most of the preachers that I know from like the 80s, C.L. Franklin, Jasper Williams, um, Plummer, uh, uh, Caldwell, uh, let me think of somebody else. Kenneth Almer, uh, Macia Woods, Albert James, like that didn't make you less of a man. Ray Charles, and you know he would like, come on now. With all of the things going on, oh, with all of the other things that are good that Jamal Bryant is doing, the best you could come up with is him sitting with his legs crossed. So you're so focused on his mm, mm. You're so focused on where his sausage link is sitting that you that's what you want to talk about. Why do you care how another person's meat is sitting? What does that person's private part have to do with one's salvation? And some of y'all that was sitting on that panel, y'all bragging like, well, I can't sit like that. Sir, it ain't because you never mind. I'm gonna I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go. All big feet don't mean big packages. But with every, why y'all not sitting out here talking about how y'all going or putting up a number for people to send in donations because it's the holiday season? There are children who won't have a Christmas. Is Christmas about gifts? No, but do kids know that? No. So parents are going through a lot right now to keep a to try to make sure that their child not only has a smile on their face but food in their stomach. Why y'all couldn't say, hey, we're gonna partner with Jamal Bryant because they're feeding thousands of people for the holiday? But instead, we're talking about legs being crossed. Muhammad Ali sat with his legs crossed. The Pope sat with his legs crossed. Where are we coming up with these things that make you less of a man? Hey, Angie, thank you for listening, honey bun. Like seriously, where what are these things that are being made up? Why do they matter? Why aren't you putting up a text 3337920 to what's the name of this church? What's the name of Wooden's church? Jesus, I don't forgot. I'm looking at it and I can't. I first no, whatever the man church name is. Why y'all ain't having people text and donate and a place to drop off food or a place to drop off clothes or something like that for people? Why are we spending the segment talking about how a man sits with his legs crossed? How about Carrie don't care? I bet you Carrie know. Never mind. I'll stop. I agree. I'm trying to help the needy. I don't have time for anything. Like it's too people's mindsets right now are in such a bad place because the holidays are coming. Give people something to look forward to. Give people something to carry them through this season. Give people a, a, a formula to say, hey, do come up with a series so that they can have homework and study or keep their mind somewhere. But do that. But instead, you throwing shade about how a man is sitting. And the very man that you are talking about is walking somewhere around Atlanta every day when he's in town. They are majoring in minor stuff. Catherine, you're making a lot of damn noise, but you ain't saying nothing. There are people out here right now, today, trying to figure out how they're going to have food and gifts for their children. Right now, today, right now, there is somebody in your congregation, also, Bishop Woodard, that is trying to figure out how am I going to do this? If you're not going to do it, at least point them to Jamal Bryant. It's only a 4-hour drive. How about get a bus together? Get you about 2 or 3 charter buses together and get you and First Lady a Sprinter van and it get your elders and your evangelists a separate Sprinter van. And you all drive to Georgia. Make sure you bring your son-in-law, Aku Akui, and y'all drive to Georgia and support Jamal Bryant. That is his nuts. If he want to sit with his legs crossed twice, like a model, you know how they sit to the side and flip them around twice. If he want to do that, so what? I don't care nothing about who Jamal done slept with. I don't care nothing about who he was caught with. I don't really care anything about the relationship between him and his kids and his baby mamas because that don't have nothing to do with me. That's between them. But what I do see is what he does for our people. Sometimes someone just buried their 2-month-old. My cousin, as of today, is laying in a hospital. Oh, with an aneurysm, might not live. Folks need to focus on the right thing. Angie, they talk about Jamal, but look how he's helping people. He has a wife and she don't take them. And this is the thing, Angie. I don't care how him and Carrie started. Because guess what? They don't have to answer to me about how they started, what they did, how they whoop the whoop. That shacking stuff, I don't even. I think it's stupid. It still says nowhere in the Bible that you're supposed to do that, because you can lay with the person and live with the person and not be able and not do anything. There are people who can actually restrain themselves, and there are other forms of intimacy other than intercourse. Nut cases. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? People. There are other forms of intimacy. So just because we saw or Tasha K saw him and Carrie getting some ice cream, they were getting some ice cream. You did not look through a window and see them butt naked pouncing. You did not. But because you saw them together, everybody just automatically said sex. But what you're not saying is how much I, because I know I can see that Jamal has changed. His demeanor has changed, his talk has changed, his countenance, he's changed. Sometimes you need that person by your side to that matches you. You can date whoever it is that you want to. Mm, 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 mm. You can date whomever it is that you want to. But there's that person that is made specifically for you, that is going to support you, build with you. You're going to support them. You're going to build with them. And it's going to be more than intercourse, because intercourse don't pay now bill. Because you can't go down to the light company and lay in the middle of their lobby and have sex and your lights stay on. Not only are your lights going to get cut off, but you're going to jail. So instead of, oh my sweet mother of Jesus, we gotta be serious. I have watched Jamal Bryant smile more, and this is no shade to Giselle. Everybody, oh, Giselle is fine. Giselle is pretty. But Giselle was not what he needed to do what he's doing. Everybody ain't first lady material. First ladies, back in the day, the first ladies were just to sit there with big hats on and be cute. Get your pumps out, get your big hat on. That was your first lady. They didn't say nothing. They didn't give. They might give the welcome on Women's Day. You might give a welcome on Women's Day, and you might say thank you during the church anniversary. Then it went to, okay, now the first lady gonna preach on Women's Day. Or read, I'm sorry, you got to read your scripture first. You got to read your scripture. So you go from the welcome, you go from sitting cute to doing the welcome to reading the scripture. If you sing, now you're gonna do the sermonic solo. Then you gonna preach. Yes, Catherine, everybody send prayers to Andy. Everybody. This is a hard time to be going through. She don't care about how no man sitting with his dang on legs crossed. Nobody care about that. Nobody. Everybody put some prayer hands in the chat for Angie. We support ours. It said where two or three are gathered. It's more than two or three here. So if it say the Bible say where two or three are gathered, and it's more than three people here, then we should be able to do something. That's what be making me mad about people. You're always talking, man. What are you doing? Bishop, I mean, Jamal Bryant and Carrie Bryant have done more. Y'all don't y'all don't even know how much these people be around Atlanta. I've watched Carrie Bryant be at like 5 churches in one Sunday. And and then turn around and go to some town halls or go speak at a women's something. Y'all don't talk. Why you don't talk about that? You want to talk about what she got on? You're nasty. People are nasty. All people think about is sex, 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 sex. Sex. You're supposed to reproduce. You're supposed to procreate. You're supposed to be and supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be having babies. You're supposed to be having babies. How are they gonna take care of the babies? Start there. You want to go down to the clinic and stop these mothers from having the abortions, but how do they get through them 18 years? What do you do for that? I never heard of a family going to Newburgh with Jamal Bryant there and saying they was turned away for nothing. I ain't heard it yet. When? I wait. While I'm waiting, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Cash App is pinned right there on the screen. It's Sean 74. Zelle is scrolling at the bottom. And if you feel so led, there's a housewarming birthday Amazon wish list posted. My birthday is December the 15th, Sag season. Whoop, whoop. Thank you. Thank you, Angie. They are definitely putting in the work. They are. I see. I was at William Murphy's church when I was there. And church ended. They started bringing in these signs and putting on T-shirts and putting and I was like, well, what is going on? So I'm went in the back and I was talking to Bishop Murphy and they say, um, Carrie Bryant's pulling up. I said, wait, what we about to have? I walked back in the sanctuary and it had turned into a whole different, they had the tables up. They had, it was a whole, was it the HBCU? No, it was the Congress something. They were having a whole meeting right after service. They said, is Pastor with her? Nope, he's on his way. This is on a Sunday afternoon. Where were y'all at? Thank you, Angie. Where were y'all at? Either somewhere eating, talking about people, or at home sleep. It's so much more stuff to be talking about than Bishop Jordan. I watched Bishop Jordan today teach so many different things and also learn a lot. See, these leaders out here, they think they know everything and they can't be told nothing. But you didn't raise people to be who they are to be nothing. You are not the best preacher. You are not the best pastor. You may be for every pastor, preacher, evangelist is for a certain people, a certain congregation, a certain state, a certain city. There are people that would tell you that Nathan Simmons was one of the best preachers to touch down. And then somebody else will say, who is Nathan Simmons? Like, let's be serious. If you don't like somebody, let it be for a legit reason. I can't say Jamal Bryant ain't seen his son and I don't know how long. How I know that? How you know that? Do you have a private investigator following Jamal Bryant? You talked about the good and about the Target stuff for a minute. Then you started talking, laughing at that. But he's trying to help our people. Oh, he went over to Vision Church and he had the nerve to apologize to them people. See, that's what? Not knowing that he actually was going for something else and ended up preaching. When you are a true man or woman of God, you're going to preach wherever. If you got the Holy Ghost and you got this and you just this saved and can't nothing block you, can't nothing lock you, can't nothing keep you from seeing the face of Jesus. If you can't go into what you would call the lion's den and save somebody, what are you doing? Jesus did not go among all rich people, wealthy people, healthy people. That's not where he went. Jesus got down with the people, the homeless, the hungry, the broken. How else would he be able to say to his Father, forgive them for they know not what they do? If he didn't have a heart of compassion and he was just there, he didn't say, Lord, forgive the straight people for they know not what they do. Lord, Father, forgive the homosexuals for they know not what to do. He didn't say, Lord, forgive the rich, but he said, forgive them. Them fits everybody. But instead of y'all focusing and talking about that, everybody, whosoever, they don't have a different meaning than what they are. You can't tell me that you are a man of God and you are a bishop, but you can't go into what y'all call an inclusive church and preach the word of God. It ain't just about the hospitals. It ain't just about the convalescent homes. It ain't just about the halfway houses. There are people literally on the street. There are people literally living in houses with no heat, no gas, no lights. There are literally people who are parents who are not eating so that their kids can eat. And you sitting out here talking about how a man that is doing all of these things for families, how he's sitting with his legs crossed. Man, please stop it. You want to sit out here and talk about, well, Bishop Jordan is bad people, and I'm out here for the people, and I'm for the victims, and I'm for the this, and I want to bring awareness, and I want to bring your attention. I ain't seen nobody say, I'm doing a clothing drive. We getting some backpacks together for kids. We getting some bags together to with some blankets and some tampons and soap and toothbrush and toothpaste, and we gonna give it ain't but 10. That's 10 people that you relieve some stress for the holiday. No disrespect, I didn't care. Well, I no, I ain't. She's a nutcase. Yeah. Angie, yeah. I was just using her as a little example, nothing. But seriously, it's too much stuff going on. If you can't feed but two families, you fed somebody. I ordered me some DoorDash just a second ago. It's snowing and slippery. I gave the man way more than he when he looked. He was like, "Thank you." It's the holiday season. Why else would this man, a father, probably got kids and grandkids, be outside slipping and sliding in the snow and ice if he didn't need something? I'm so oh, I know who Bishop Jordan has helped in the last 30 days. Promises more than you. He plants seeds, so he's going to keep reaping harvests. What are you doing? Jamal and Carrie are out here hitting the pavement. You think because you went to the clinic and stopped three people from having that you did something. Go ahead on away from them clinics. Go on down just a little bit further. Talk to them. Or if you're going to talk to the people at the clinic, be there for them. You got to stand up. Yeah, we saved them. We saved. We saved. Now what? Now what? Did you bring them to your church and set it up where they can have you, diapers come every 2 weeks or every week or whatever? Did you set it up so where when they get ready to go to school, they got daycare and don't have to worry about that? Did you set it up where when they get ready to, while they're growing, that they continue to get shoes and continue to get clothes that they can fit? Do you do that? So before you get out here talking about what people don't do and what the mess is and what the tea is and what the eat and what it's people losing their mind. And you have someone who is trying to teach people and keep people from going in a bad way, and you get talked about. Come on, y'all. I'm done because I feel I'm yeah. Mm-mm. Because I don't like stuff like that. There are people who are missing their loved ones, and they have people in the hospital, and people don't know if somebody is going to make it, and all you want to talk about is a picture. So get out of here. Stop that. They got people actually going through real life stuff. You got people with eviction notices and people with the repo man is coming in. You got people who have lost their job, people who can't find jobs, people who, and you want to talk about, oh Lord for mercy. You worried about who went to eat with who. I could care less. That's not important. Let's worry less about who went out to eat and worry more about who's actually eating. How about that? Let's do that. And a lot of reasons why a lot of us have a lot of problems is because we have no structure. We haven't had a family to say, hey, this isn't right. You don't have family dynamics. So you don't understand what it is to hurt another person. Because that's all you've been doing is hurting people. It's time out for that. Where is the love? Love is an action word. Love covers. Love gives. Love supports. Love heals. Yeah, ooh, oh, I love you. That's my don't. If that's what you feel like love is, keep it over there. That's my time, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking and staying. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you have not, you can hit it on the way out. Thank you for hitting the cash app. If you did not, you can hit that on the way out. Um, you're watching a replay. Thank you for watching the replay. Hit the like button in the replay. I'm getting ready to get out of here because my food is here and I'm about to eat. And yeah, thank y'all for coming on, and I'll see y'all when I see you. Bye bye.